Welcome back to day 2 of the Fast 448. I'm going to start with an icebreaker and check that vibe, check the mood. Describing in one word our mental, emotional state as a weather pattern. I guess I'll kick it off. For me, the sun is peering through the clouds right now.
I don't know. I'm gonna say I don't know. I felt like it's a spring day over here. To be honest with you, the sun is shining. It's a nice cool, like a nice warm, cool breeze. You know, not too much, not too little. It's just, I feel like, a walk in the park. Like it's sunny, like sunny.
Sunny without a cloud in the sky. Perfect spring day for me. No humidity. Perfect.
Yeah, it's super breezy, super breezy. Like, you know how you just have to be still. So I find calm in the breeze, right? So that's where it is. Like just trying to find the calm in the breeze and still go with the flow. That's how I'm checking in temperature wise.
Yeah, and I think I feel like it is what it is around me. It's a cool evening with a gentle breeze as well coming through the window. Feeling nice, cozy in my yard. The weather is just right, no heating on. Beautiful.
Great to hear. We got some similarities going on. Two people got the cool as the breeze. Others of us have a little sunshine going on, spring days. I'm going to move right along to the second icebreaker. And this one, we're asking, how do we want to show up for ourselves and this group over the next 48 hours and going forward?
I mean, for me, always now and moving forward, period, I embrace showing up in joy and in love and in gratitude, because I've noticed that living and walking in that light just makes everything better. It can change the temperature in the room, it can brighten folks up, and it can maybe sprinkle that little bit of sunshine on the next person who might need it. So that's how I plan to move forward, period.
It's interesting. The first thing I thought about was, okay, what did I say yesterday? And I was like, I said something about excuses. And then I was like, okay, well, inside of that, I have to take action, right? So it's like execution. And it's almost like the play on the words. They're not the same, but they're kind of close. So it's like, okay, I need to execute and I need to take action on the things that I was making excuses about. Mm-hmm. And it's just very clear for me. So it's like, yeah, execution, action, clarity.
I'm sorry, I gotta ask though, because I'm gonna have to use that in the future. Like, what is because I would assume that action and execution, are, you know what I'm saying, in the same closet. So what is what's the differentiation between the two?
Well, okay, so to me, like, action is the physical act of it, and execution has like steps to it. So maybe that's how it kind of breaks down to me. Like maybe the execution is the multiple steps, and the action is that somehow, it is the same.
No, I know, but actually, now you said it. Now I see it, because action. You need action in order to execute. So action is actually the first thing, but execution, from what you're saying, is like multiple steps, and I can see that too. So all right, I got you.
For that, sometimes it's like, what are our definitions of the words that we use? It might be different for somebody else. Somebody else might not even know the context in which I'm using it. So I appreciate that. Love that. And yeah, it's just really about, okay, what is it that I want to do? Because when you let things go, which is in a fast, you let things go, you give things up, even if it's just for a day, right? 24 hours. What do you want to replace it with? So that's just like, okay, what am I going to take action on? What things am I going to execute now? Like, so, you know, without saying too much. Right? Yeah. Thank you.
I felt like, for me, like showing up, how I am going to show up from now going forward is like, in like honesty and really like presence, honestly, like 100% more present, and like just being honest within myself. I'm never dishonest with you guys, but just honest with myself, and that goes to the excuses part, and not, you know what I'm saying, producing the content that I know I can or shit, whatever, not beating down on myself, but just being more present. And that was actually in my horoscope too. Like for this period in this cycle that I'm in right now, up until April 27th, is like one of the things is with certain intentions, like being more specifically intentional. So when I was reading that, I specifically thought of this group, like knowing that I could definitely be more intentional, more present, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I plan on showing up in the future, being more honest with myself and more present and intentional in the group, with the group.
What was the question again, please, I-AM-I?
How do you want to show up for yourself in this group over the course of this fast and going forward?
Yeah, I think showing up for the group is being honest about the fact that I broke the fast, and because it's my menstrual cycle, and really being an example of my words, because I kind of went hard on Cynthonia yesterday on this subject. You don't have to be, you know, fasting on it. And then Adriana said what she said about mineral deficiencies and all that. And I honestly was really pulled, because I wanted to do for the team, and I wanted to achieve it for the team. But I was like, I've got to be the truth. And the truth is, what's my body saying? And my body at come 2:30 needed to eat. It wasn't wanting to eat, it needed to eat. So it's like, self-love comes first. So it was really showing up for the group in truth and honesty, and loving myself to prioritize myself, and dropping my ego, because my ego wanted to keep fasting. That's the truth. And going forward, it really is, I think, as I've said many times, I gain a lot from this, and I really do enjoy Irijah's input. Irijah's is great for me personally, because I do feel the effects of the work that you do, Irijah. So the breath work, the fasting, I think Cynthonia really sort of was a good push for fasting at the beginning as well. So putting into practice what I learned from here, the breath work from Tania as well. Tania was the catalyst for me starting to deep breathe and stop shallow breathing, and even just realizing that. And the breath work, I've come to realize, I know Emmanuel said something about it as well not long ago, but it's so fundamental. It's not a small thing. It's like drinking water. You know, if you're shallow breathing, you are denying your body of what it needs, essentially. And I feel the difference in deep breath. So it's practicing what I preach going forward, and continuing to learn from you all, because I do learn from you all. So thank you for that.
Yeah, that's great. I could definitely resonate with the deep breathing, because I practiced a bit of it earlier. My vocal coach gave me some lessons, homework, if you will, to do some 3, 5, 10, some 5, 12, 12. And I took it a bit forward and started to do it with push-ups. So I didn't go crazy with working out, but I did push-ups yesterday and today, and I was in control of my breath. Now, in regards to the question, I looked at it in the space of getting clarity, because that's what I said I wanted to get from this fast, right? So one thing I got clarity around is how I would go forward is how things work in nature. Everything is working in collaboration, and life. right? There's nothing that comes about without the help of somebody else's, or assistance rather, right? And I shared something in the group yesterday in regards to collaborating on music. And to really collaborate, I think it takes, for me at least, people being active in it. So for that to happen, I can't just send out something. I gotta catch your feeling and see what you know, what you're gonna gravitate towards, and maybe even progress beyond that. And we write a song together, do some post-production, however that goes. But that's how I want to show up, is to really be involved in that collaborative work way, and going forward with what I seek for myself. So we're going to now get into some cleansing breath with Big Sis.
So we're actually not doing the cleansing breath. We're actually going to do chakra alignment. And we're going to start, many people are not even, I'm assuming that you all know what chakras are, right? And maybe you do, but maybe there's some of your viewers who don't know what they are. And so our chakras are energetic bodies, bioplasmic bodies that are outside of us and also inside of our organs, right? So we have minor chakras, we have major chakras. We have hundreds of chakras. As I said, they also correlate to our organs and even some of, our hands and our feet. So I'm going to focus on today the 7 major chakras that everyone most commonly knows about. And I'm going to take you through an exercise where you get to be still and use your mind's eye to visualize these places on your body. So I want you to get into a comfortable position, whether you want to lay down or sit in your chair. Make sure your feet grounded to the earth. Make sure your spine is nice and erect. Right? You can maybe place your palms on your lap. Good. And just relax the shoulders. And so you're going to take your mind's eye to the base of your spine. And when I say your mind's eye, you're just going to visualize the base of your spine. Right? We call that area our root. This is the base. So the root, or the base chakra. And I want you to visualize the color red. Okay. And I want you to just take 3 breaths here, your pace, your rate. Right? If you want to do the rule of 4 breaths, you can. We've gone over that before. Or if you want to take your tongue and place it to the roof of your gums, the Kachari Mudra, you can do that also. It's allowing you to focus a little bit more. Good. And when you finish that last exhalation, I want you to bring your mind's eye about 2 inches below the belly button. So you're moving up. And I want you to visualize the color orange. This is your sacral chakra. Sacral chakra holds our reproductive organs. It's our seat of creativity, seat of intimacy. Go ahead and take 3 breaths here, your pace, your rate. Visualizing the color orange. Good. And when you're ready, you're going to bring your mind's eye to your belly button. 2 inches above your belly button. And I want you to visualize the color yellow. This is your solar plexus chakra, like the sun. And our solar plexus chakra is responsible for our willpower. Just take this moment, take 3 breaths there, visualizing the color yellow. How we take actions. Maybe there's some level of procrastination that you want to break through. Good. And when you finish that last exhalation, bring your mind's eye to your heart space. This is our heart chakra. Unconditional love for yourself, for others, how you give love, how you perceive love. Good. And take your 3 breaths here. Again, breathing your pace, your rate. Visualize the color green. Good. And then I want you to come to your neck and your throat. Bring your mind's eye. And visualize color aquamarine, colors of the sea, turquoise blue. And this is your throat chakra, responsible for your power of your voice, how you speak up for injustices for others, as well as for yourself. This is where we have the full creative self-expression. It's also connected to your sacral chakra. And just visualize this color bathing your neck and your throat, taking your breaths here. Maybe think about the things that you need to speak up for, or ways in which you can use your voice newly. Good. And when you're ready, you're going to bring your mind's eye in between your eyebrows. This is most commonly mistaken as a third eye. It's your first eye chakra. Space of intuition, right? So if you didn't have eyes, you still feel. So we call this our first eye, also the Ajna chakra. And I want you to visualize an indigo color. Take your breaths here. Just allow yourself to connect to that highest part of yourself that gives you the downloads. Allows you to get your clarity. Good, and when you're ready, you're going to bring your attention on top of your head. This is our crown chakra, ultraviolet, white light. This is our connection to source, the highest power, your connection to divine. Take those breaths and visualize that white ultraviolet light radiating from your crown. Keeping your connection to the divine. Releasing any cords, any blockages. In 3 seconds, you'll hear a sound. Slowly come back to your breath. Breathing your pace, your rate. And you'll take the next few breaths and focus on an area that you want to amplify, that you want to remove any blockages from. And so starting at your root, I'm just going to go over them one final time. The root, the base chakra, the color red. That's our success space, our stability space. Coming up 2 inches below the belly button, the color orange. That's your sacral chakra. Birthing new projects, not just life. Creativity. Sacral chakra, the color orange. Coming up 2 inches above the belly button is the color yellow. Solar plexus chakra, like the sun, solar. This is your willpower, how you take action and or inactions. Coming to your heart space, your heart chakra, unconditional love for yourself and others, the color green. To your neck and your throat chakra, speaking up for yourself, for others. Your full self-expression, aquamarine. In between your eyebrows, indigo, your intuition. In the top of your crown, color white, your connection to the divine. In 3 seconds, you'll hear the same 3 sounds, and just take 3 to 5 breaths and bathe yourself in that color. Allowing yourself to release what no longer serves you and to amplify the highest version of yourself. And I want you to illuminate that color and get a little powder, put a little powdered white into it. And smile. Slowly, mindfully, you can place your palms to your heart space. Just rest your palms on your heart. And as you begin to open your eyes, I want you to focus on the earth below you. Slowly, mindfully noticing the colors. Noticing where your eyes connect to first as you slowly bring your eyes to eye level. And just take this moment and savor. Colors will seem newly. Just allow your breath to come back into your body normally. Thank you so much for your willingness to go deep with the colors, with your chakras, and to learn something new. So I hope that you are all connected and received what you were able to and released what you needed to. Thank you.
We need an Irijah sleep meditation, because every time I do it, I come out like, I'm ready for my bed now. Your voice
And you know what I love about that? I had a yoga teacher, Mama Alma, may she rest her soul. she would always say, if you fall asleep on in my yoga class, that's what you needed. You needed some sleep yoga. So you get exactly what you need. I meant to say that to you yesterday when you mentioned it. Sometimes we need to rest. So if you don't get the energizing, effect, then you get the relaxing effect. So that's, the opposite ends of the spectrum. So whatever colors allows you to get that, definitely use that when you want to relax, right?
Yeah, I love that. That was magnificent. I'm in the mindset to say, see you guys, but I'll stay on. I'll stay on to the end.
Yeah, that was goodness. And up next, moving right along, we're going to get into some movement with the one and only Tone.
No, for real, I play too much. No, for real, that was so good. I'm telling you, I was like, ooh, that was so good. I missed that too. So you could do this one.
Yeah, take a sip of water and get by, because we be sitting still. Take a sip of water. Katone about to make us,
Yeah, so this first one you could do either sitting or you could do it standing up. But what we're gonna do is you're gonna take your arms, right, and look, you're gonna cross them over like this. So you want to be like this, in this. Yep, cross them over, and so, yep, and all the way. So you want to yep, all right. So now when your hands like this, you're going to breathe in, going all the way up and pulling your arms like forward, like straight. And then you're going to bend all the way forward and breathe out. Breathe out, bend all the way forward. All the way, there you go. So you don't want to bend down to your knees. Look at me, guys, first before we do it. Hold on. Look at me real quick. This camera moving is crazy. Yes. So you're gonna be up. You're only gonna bend at the hips all the way down and curl in. All right. So you're gonna do that for 15 seconds. Then you're gonna switch arms the other way, and you're gonna do the next side for 15 seconds. Okay, guys? Actually, you guys can start now while I get it timed, so you can get a couple extra seconds in. Alright. We want to feel that in our sides, like underneath the armpit. You want to feel that. You want to feel that in the middle of your back. You want to feel that nice, good stretch. All right, here we go. Time is set. 30 seconds on the twist side. Right? And all the time, make sure that we are holding our core nice and strong. We don't want to be wiggling. We want to hold our core tight. Act as if somebody is about to punch you. Switch arms, like switch over. Hold your stomach as if somebody is about to punch you, and you're bracing yourself as you continuously do this motion. Okay? 3, 2, 1. All right, cool. This next one, you will have to be up. We're gonna have to stand up. So everybody know the lunge position, right? We know the lunges. This. Can you guys know lunge? Can you guys see the lunge position? So as you're in the lunge position, I'll tell you one thing though, the way this camera moves, like when you move, it's kind of like jacking me up. But in any event, guys, lunge position, you're gonna take your let's start with your left hand on your hip. You're gonna take your right hand and you're gonna stretch behind you, straight up behind you. Keep your legs in that straight lunge position. You don't have to like bend the lunge, straight lunge position, right? And then as you do this coming forward, and then you're gonna bend forward, keep your legs same position, and bring that same arm that's in top. We're gonna bring it straight down to your ankles, to that foot that's in front. So that's gonna be the motion. Hand up, stretch behind, get that oblique, Get that, and then we're gonna stretch forward. Get that hip, get that hamstring. The leg. We're gonna do that. All right. 30 seconds on each side. We're gonna push it a little bit. All right. All right. 30 seconds. Let's go. Again, make sure that you're keeping your core tight throughout the whole motion. It's imperative that your core stays strong. All right. This is basically like this is upper and lower body stretch. Alright. 5 seconds on the switch. 3, 2, and 1. Alright, other legs, change that squat position or turn around. So, and then we move the next arm. Right hand on the hip, left arm up, bring it behind you, and then bring it down to the side. Yeah. You guys feeling that in your hamstring, right? And when you're coming down, make sure you bend your way. All right, shoot. As you said, it ain't gonna hurt nobody. All right. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. I can stop that one. All right, we're gonna do one more. So, should I do this one now? Should I save it? How are we looking for time? Matter of fact, I'll save the next one for the next movement. I forgot I was supposed to cut it short. All right, guys. So not every time we gotta just easily shake it out. Sometimes we gotta do the annoying, aggravating. You know what I'm saying? Like the hamstring is not comfortable for me, so sometimes we gotta push it. We gotta do the things that we don't want to do. Get a little uncomfortable for a couple seconds, so that we can feel comfortable for a couple years. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta do what we gotta do. So
that was nice. Thank you very much. Fell asleep with Irijah and woke up with you. This is a roller coaster, man. Yeah, that was nice. I felt all of that. It was good.
Yeah, it definitely reminded me of some of the stretches I do when I'm getting ready for the functional training. The instructor is telling me something and I'm like, how does that even make sense? But okay, I feel it working for sure. So it's doing what it's supposed to do.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I say you got my posture up. I'm like, I'm all feet to the ground, straight up now.
A lot of people don't really realize, and that the next one that we do, we're gonna do it something a little different, because we definitely have to get some feet love in. So we're gonna be doing a little bit of stretching for the ankles, the feet, because people don't really posture like sitting. So the hips and the feet, a lot of people don't really stretch those things, or they don't pay attention to how they affect the rest of the body, how the feet can affect the hips, and how the hips can affect the back. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're gonna tackle a little bit of everything. Just loving on myself, guys. Come on, get down with the get down.
I won't talk too long, but it makes me think about, because I was talking to Millie about it this morning, because I said to her, when I was a kid, I used to think, how do we eat like certain sweets? Like, surely that's not good for us, right? This is as like 4 or 5 years old. Like, we know inherently that this stuff is bad for us, but it's just kind of crazy when you think about all the unnatural things put together. But then it's exciting, because if you remedy all those unnatural things, you're going to feel superhuman.
That's important. And I think that leads into one of the questions that are coming up. So what's our relationship with food really about? Is it comfort, control? Is it about culture? I guess for me, it's a bit of all of them, right? So my relationship is a mix of comfort, culture, and sometimes it's solely about health. I remember last cruise that I went to with Irijah, I was on this sugar-free diet, and Irijah could tell y'all I was checking every menu, but what does it have? Does it have any added sugar? So that's what it was like, And the control, right? I'm very on top of how I want to present myself body wise out there. So that's why, even though we're fasting and we say, rest, I'm still doing push-ups because I'm thinking about my physique. So that's the control part for me. What is it like for y'all?
For me,
I'm
like,
along with you on the my apologies. Go ahead. Who was it? I didn't even see who it was. My bad. I just wanted to tap in because I'm in alignment with your point. I again tapping onto when I was in the process of losing weight initially. I had an unhealthy relationship with food, so I had to recalibrate because food's enjoyable, right? We love food. I hope you do anyway. But also there is function and there is health. So for me, it's a combination of like the 80-20 rule, I say, like making sure that I get an abundance of nutrients and food that's great for me that also tastes good. There's a lot of the process in the beginning was finding replacements. I'm still a big pastries, cakes, pies, cookies type of person. So instead of those things, like which fruit tastes like sugar candy, you know what I mean? And making those replacements. And now, that I've had that discipline and I've purged a lot of that processed sugar and things like that, it intensifies the taste of food. So I would encourage that in a lot of people. And it also lets you appreciate, say, those 20% times where you do want a cookie or a slice of cake or something. You know what I mean? It makes it more enjoyable for the next time. So that's my relationship with it. It's a combination of enjoying it, loving on my body with it, and being cognizant of my health with it.
okay, so for me, like I feel like I think I'm addicted to food, to be honest with you. Like I just love food. I love it to taste good. I like to try different things. I just I eat when I'm bored. I snack when I'm bored. I just love food. I don't know. I love the way it smells when it's good. Like, I don't know. I just love it so much. I don't know. I just, certain times it's like nostalgic. You smell something and it just takes you back to a time, or it gives you a feeling, like, right? And you just like, you have to indulge. And then, I don't know, sometimes it's just like, I don't know, I'm just bored. So for me, my thing, I think I have an addictive personality, honestly. And when things are good to me, or when things feel good to me, or taste good to me, like I just love it. You know what I'm saying? I think food is just one of those things, like, for me. So that's it for me.
Yeah, for me, my relationship with food is really... You're right there, Irijah. Sorry, were you speaking?
Yeah, no, I have a little bit of what you call it. I'm delaying my thing. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, it's my relationship's evolved, and like Adriana, I've had weight issues at times of my life. So sometimes it's been really bad emotional eating, which I had to break. But also it's massively cultural. Like the food is the lick, man. I'm like Cynthonia, like, yeah, I'm not turning none of this down. Like the Bayesian cooking, the Jamaican cooking, and the women in my family like throw it down. So, everything's like, I can't cook like none of them. So it's also, I really do enjoy food, and I enjoy food from all different places, all over the world, all different cuisines. But the home cooking is what I've grown up on and love. And I think now I'm at a place where I've got rid of my sugar addiction. I realised probably I was still in work then, so it must have been about 8 years ago, where I realised I am sugar addicted. And I was hearing all this stuff about sugar addiction, and I was like, you can't go a day without a chocolate bar or something, a piece of cake or something. Like, you can't actually get through the day without it. And that's when I realised I got sugar addiction. So I broke that. Cleaned up my eating because of the skin condition I had before. Was juicing a lot, and I learned what my body feels like clean, basically. And I love that feeling. I love that feeling of being light, my digestion being easy, you know what I mean? Knowing intuitively how when to eat and when not to eat. So I've evolved to a better place with my food now, definitely. It doesn't control me, I control my intake. But like Adriana said, what did you say? I was going to say, like Adriana said, and I forgot what you said.
The 80-20 rule, have a whole lot of the good stuff and a smidgen of the great stuff that isn't as great for us.
Are you psychic? Are you reading my mind? That was the bit I was talking about, yeah. So generally I'm good, but if I want to be bad, I just do it, and I don't have no guilt around it, because I think, again, frequency-wise and all that, it's a waste of time beating yourself up over a piece of cake. Just eat the cake.
That reminds me of something I saw and read about people that, live long but don't necessarily eat the best. There was this guy, he was like 102, but he had a shot of bourbon every day and ate steak. I bet you his relationship to that steak was not that, oh, this is so bad for me. So that's what that reminded me of, what you said. What about you, sis? What's the relationship with food really about for you?
I feel like I agree with what most of you said. It's a mixture. I think you said comfort, culture, and I'm like, what's the other one? I heard like addiction, and I heard like quantity, so I wasn't sure what the other one was. But I think it's a mixture of all of those, and even health, right? That kind of goes into the quantity of, like, sometimes you want to overeat, sometimes we undereat. We're actually in a fast right now. So I feel like those things really kind of like direct like how I eat. But yeah, being here in Jamaica, everything's Jamaican. and it also has me like miss like Mediterranean or like African, you know what I mean? So, and not just to blend everything in African, so you got Ethiopian, you got Ghanaian food, is all different, right? But yeah, you kind of miss some of those things. So you say like, okay, well, how can I cook these things myself if I'm living in a culture that's predominantly one type of way of cooking? So, but yeah, it's a mixture. It's a mixture of even places that I've traveled to, like I said. So not just my culture, but other cultures. And I feel like my just as a little side, my internet is going in and out just in case I get taken out.
All right, thanks for letting us know that. Another question that we have is, what has been the hardest part so far? And has anything surprised you?
I did hit a moment of clarity last night. I did feel like, I think when I got around the kind of 24-hour, 26-hour, because I was up late as well, because Millie went out. So I was waiting up for her. But it felt atmospheric, and it felt physical, where it just felt, everything around me just felt a bit lighter. And I was kind of getting downloads, and I've had this experience before when I fast, where I can go through the kind of vex period, but then something shifts, and that all that talk that people talk about fasting and the spiritual side of it becomes clear, which is why I'm quite excited about doing a longer fast, doing a 3, 4, up to 7 day fast, because I just wonder where's that going to take me spiritually. What was the question again? Because I went off.
No, you answered it. Yeah. So what was the hardest part so far, and has anything surprised you? I think you answered both. I mean, for me, the hardest part has been my thoughts and my senses. So, sense of smell, the sight I talked about earlier. Something that surprised me was actually getting that clarity I guess I was expecting it to happen after, but it happened during. And it was like, okay, so let me share this with the group real quick and see where they're at with collaborating. So, yeah.
Can I just say real quick? Well, first let me say, no excuses, but I did eat at 5 o'clock yesterday. And I'm going to tell you, like, I waited the whole time. The only thing that was in my mind was, like, I kind of got permission to eat, really, because they was telling me that I'm on my period. So I could eat because I was telling myself that I was like, you know. So I waited until like 5. I actually started getting hungry like around like 3:40ish or whatever. And then I started having a conversation with myself around 4:30, and then 5 o'clock, like 5:15, I put some wings in the air fryer. So that was my night. But I did after I did wake up again and was like, all right, because we are doing it. Like I did take that as an excuse, like because I could have did it, but I use you guys as an excuse to fall off. But to get to the question, though, one thing that was surprising to me though is the fact that I am stronger than I thought I was. Then you know what I'm saying? Like I have more willpower than I thought. Like you know what I'm saying? So that really surprised. That was like the best part. And I think that's what actually made me get up today and be like, you know what, I'm gonna go again because I know I could have did it, and I felt like I could have did it. Like so, like I felt the strength to do it or whatever. So that surprised me. And it is surprising though, not me, but it is surprising in general though, that when you're fasting, or like from what I observed, you it seems like you kind of move on that quiet voice more, like you know what I'm saying, as opposed to when like you're not fasting. You like, would you have, if it, in a regular setting, got that idea and would have sent that message in the group to collaborate? Like I feel like when you're fasting and things are more clear and you're more sure, like you take action on those downloads more. So like that's what I find to be intriguing. Like I like that, but for me it was what I said. I know I went around the bush, but y'all get me. Come on.
Yeah, no, get you for sure. And that internal dialogue is no joke. So I was fighting with that yesterday myself. I was able to be the victor in the situation, but it's not always the case. So, you know, I definitely appreciate love, like my sister said, you coming back and being with us again for today.
Yeah, no, I would like to add, I think it really is important. It's not a small thing, the need to slow down. And you're in one of the fastest places on the planet. And when I was in London, it's one of the fastest places on the planet. But you've also got all the cuisines of the world. That's what I was thinking when Irijah was talking. It was like, in New York, you can go anywhere and get whatever, you know. You can get that international cuisine like you can in London. But I think, you know, it's so imperative to slow down. It's not natural to move at that pace. And it brings me back to that time when my grandmother told me when I was in Barbados with her, like, why are you running? I was just walking fast, but she was like, why are you moving like that? And she cussed me and told me to slow down, you know, slow your backside down. Yes, Nanny. But it's not, to get the clarity, to get the downloads, you need the space. And when you actually get an opportunity to slow yourself down and then compare it to you running around, you'll see the difference in your that's the whole frequency, nervous system. You know, what I'm seeing a lot of lately in my reality is when your nervous system is calm, that's your clear connection. And that's how you're able to manifest properly. It is a contradiction to think you can run around stressed out, trying to multitask and have a calm nervous system. The two don't go together. You know what I mean? So I think the fasting, the slowing down, it brings that clarity. I just wanted to highlight that point.
Yeah, and I'll just sum it up with, I think it also impacts our rest. So, you feel like you slept better. Maybe the first day you felt like you didn't sleep so good. But, continual days of it will allow you to wake up feeling more refreshed. I feel like that's one of the things for me that I usually get a sense of, oh, I'm so surprised that I was able to rest so much better, after giving up some things. Or maybe, like I said, the first day might not feel so like I rest, but in subsequent days, my rest is way more deeper. So that goes in line with hearing, the clarity to get the information. It's like, oh, if you give something up, then you get, you get access. So it's just like, oh, wow, what do I want access to? In different ways, again, with your intention, like, what do you want access to? So I'm always surprised at what I get access to just in these few days with y'all. Like, oh, wow, I'm surprised at some of the things that I've said. That now it's like, okay, I'm secretly accountable and committed to doing it in this circle of people. So, yeah, those things always surprise me as the things I'm like, what's going to come out of my mouth?
And it's a foundational thing, isn't it? It's one of those, like what you just said, what the first thing that came to my mind when you were speaking is it's a fundamental lesson. Fasting gives you that fundamental lesson that you push through the challenge, and on the other side of the challenge is something better. Because what you say, it is real. Like, I think we had a little conversation, everybody, yesterday that was a little bit challenging, but that was to do with, like you said, Irijah, us fasting as well. If we'd have had that same conversation 2 days into a fast, our energy, would probably be different. So that deep sleep that Irijah mentioned, it's something that didn't come to mind until she said it, but it is true, actually. They say when you're fasting, if you want to sleep, just sleep. And I do find that I want to sleep, and it's a more restful, full sleep. So I think it's good for young adults that are able to do it. Their bodies are in that place where they're able to do it. A good practice going forward in life to just go to be in the habit of pushing through challenge to get to the reward. You can get that through lots of ways, but I think fasting is really powerful because it's back to self, isn't it? It's full control of self. It doesn't involve anybody else, like going to the gym and training. It's you versus you. And if you don't do it, you didn't do it.
Yeah.
So I have a couple responses that I just wanted to throw in real quick. First of all, as far as the food thing and eating in betwixt of the fast, listen to your body. Both of you guys, you ate because your body needed it. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't an excuse, love, but it wasn't an excuse. Your body needed it, champ. And ladies, for all the ladies, this is what can happen during a fast while you're on your cycle. As far as what was hardest for me, that honestly was what everybody was referencing, is why I took the time to wait and listen to everybody's statements. It was the fact that I was getting these ideas and wanted to be creative and whatnot, but my body was like, I just write the ideas down. I need a break. You know what I mean? So that's what was hardest for me, was staying still and just for lack of better words, vegging out. What surprised me is while I was vegging out, and just for clarification, the vegging out for me is these days, since I don't have very many vices, like I said yesterday, watching food content or YouTube or whatever the case may be, or television, but in this case it was YouTube. But while I was doing that, I noticed that I am a 360-degree dreamer. While I was watching these things, I was also visualizing myself in these places. Oh, I've been here. I'm going back here. I'm going to make sure I'm there. That's on the list. That's on the bucket list. That's sort of where my mind was. So while I was vegging, I was also manifesting. So that's what surprised me about that journey. And those sorts of things you don't really realize unless you submit to what spirit is telling you. And slow down or speed up or stay in balance, whatever the case may be. So listen to that inner self always. Don't go against it, would be my advice. And give yourself a break in all aspects.
Yes, indeed. So I know that you have an appointment coming up, but are you able to do another movement before you break out?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
kind of what I wanted to do.
All right.
I wanted to go first. So my appointment is at 2:00. So this one, we're gonna be standing up, guys. Next time we get on, I'm gonna have some seated ones or whatever we can get back, but don't always think it's gonna be comfortable, okay? So for this one, very simple. You're gonna take your leg, of course. You're gonna take your leg and you're just gonna bring it all the way around like you're trying to step over something with your one leg, right? So you're gonna do that both sides, both legs, one, and we're gonna do that. I bring them knees up more. Stop playing. Yeah, and over. There we go. All right, so we're gonna do that. 30 seconds outward. 15 seconds outward, and then 15 seconds going in the opposite direction, bringing your leg back in. Okay? So we can go ahead and get started. Working, as you can tell, we're working our hip flexors there. All right, so here we go. Bring it in. Oh, I went the wrong way first, but all right. And now we're gonna switch, go out, bring your legs the opposite way, whichever way you was bringing it just now, kick it the opposite way. One more. All right. And now for this one, I like a good bend, a good hand. You're gonna, first you're gonna go down, stand up straight. You're gonna bend down, grab your ankles, and then lower your knees, lower yourself, like bring your squat all the way down, squat, so you're looking like a frog. You gotta open your legs a little more. Yeah, there you go. Now you can get that squat in. Yeah, bring it down. All right, and hold on to your ankles. Stay holding on to your ankles, and just bring yourself back up into an extension. You want to extend your leg. So it's an extension, leg extension to a squat to a leg extension. And that's what we're going to do. Yep, just like that. And bring it back up. All right. Let's go. And here, as you can tell, we are, again, stretching our hamstrings, our hips, lower back. If you're holding onto your ankles when you come up, like you should, you want to give yourself a little pull so you can feel that stretch in your back, and you come back down. Feel it? All right. All right. And for the last one, remember I said we got to get some feet love in there, right? So we're just gonna, like, it's a freestyle. You can take it, playing around with your ankles, all right? Get on your toes, on your tippy toes. Just like go down, come back up, move your ankle around in a circle, clockwise, counterclockwise. Bring it up. That's right, I-AM-I. Yeah, we want to get that. We want to stretch the feet in as many possible positions as you can. Give it that 5. Stretch them toes. Get a good feel on those toes. If you do a squat and you lean forward, you can get the back. You can get the back in your ankles. Achilles. You want to stretch that nice and good. All right. That's it. We'll spin it. All right. So there we go. Nice little stretch. Kept it simple. Kept it cutesy. What time is it? Because dang, I'm gonna have to get on this.
Tone. Thank you for that. That was.
Sorry, it was a little short, but
flexes.
want to make sure I get my breathing in before I go.
Right along to Irijah. What you got for us now?
So we just did. Thank you so much for that. Like again, postures up, feeling all aligned physically. Thank you. We started out today's session with colors, and we did the 7 most common. I'm not even gonna say major. 7 most common chakras, right? And so now I want to move into these 7 most common chakras. Not only do they are associated with colors, they're also associated with sounds, right? So we're all in our artistic element, whether we write in or whether we actually put in our lyrics to the mic. We're going to, again, bring yourself to your comfortable position. Close your eyes, hands on your lap, nice erect spine. And you're going to bring your mind's eye and visualize the base of your spine. You know what color is there. I'll remind you, the color red for your root chakra. And you're going to do your 3 breaths. And on your exhalation, you're going to say the sound of the root chakra. And you can say that to yourself as many times as you like. So the sound for the root chakra, also known as the base chakra, is Lam, L-A-M. So you'll take a breath, inhale, expand the abdomen out as far as you can. And as you exhale, Lam. And so this is your opportunity. If you want to include the color with the sound, feel free to do that. Just take this moment and connecting to that sound, connecting to your root, your success space. Good, and then when you're ready, bring your mind's eye to your sacral chakra. Again, the color orange. This is our creativity space. This is our intimacy space, right? And so the sound for the sacral chakra is VAM, V-A-M. So take your breath, inhale, expand the abdomen out as far as you can. And again, maybe you be with the void, maybe you pause. VAM. Your pace, your rate. Maybe you notice you have an extension on that exhalation with that sound. Or maybe it's shorter. Nothing to make wrong, just to take a notice. Good. And then bring your mind's eye to the solar plexus chakra, the color yellow. We know this is our willpower space. And the sound for your solar plexus M. Take your breath, inhale. Take your breaths. Just allow yourself to be bathed in that sound and that vibration, that frequency. And maybe you pair it with the color. Good, and then bring your attention, your mind's eye to your heart space. Color green, unconditional love for ourselves, for others. And the sound for the heart chakra, Yam, Y-A-M. Or some people say Y-U-M. So whatever sound comes out, just be with that. Take your inhale, let the abdomen expand. Yeah. Good. I'm going to come through our throat chakra. Right? Speaking up, full self-created expression. Aquamarine. And the sound for the throat chakra, hum or hum. So H-A-M or H-U-M. Good. Bring your attention to your mind's eye. Bring your mind's eye to your first eye chakra, your ajna chakra. Indigo color. And the sound for your ajna chakra, sham, S-H-A-M. Take your breath. Sham. Listen. Sound, your vibration of the sound. Don't rush your breath. Be with your breath. And then let's come to our crown. So let's visualize the top of our head, that ultraviolet white light. And everyone's favorite sound, or the primordial sound of the universe, what you learned, Om. So again, O-M or A-U-M or O-M-H. Take that breath. And as you exhale, you release that sound. Let the abdomen contract inward as far as you can. Push out all of that air. Because with the sound, we're allowing our lungs to receive as much oxygen. So we're expanding our lung capacity. So your pace, your rate, inhale, expand the abdomen out as far as you can. Again, you can do that 3 to 5 times, as many times as you like. And as you exhale, just take a moment to be with your breath. There's no rush. It's your pace, your rate. In 3 seconds, you'll hear a sound. Lam vam ram yam ham sham. Good. Just take this time to allow yourself to be with the sound that you chose to vibrate highest with. Maybe bring your palms to your heart. Maybe you place a palm on your heart and a palm on your lower abdomen. And again, smile. For taking the time out to be with your breath, to be with that intention that you set, and to go deeper, to connect to these energy bodies. Because before we feel something in our body, our energy body feels it first. Just take this moment and give gratitude. And maybe you say thank you to your body 5 times, maybe 7 times for the number of chakras that we did today, for the sounds we did, and for the colors. And when you're ready, then slowly, mindfully open your eyes, bringing them to eye level. Thank you so much for your attention and your time and your commitment to doing the work. It works.
Thank you. Yes, that was like a tuning fork. It's interesting to me about the throat chakra and it being hum. And that's something that we do in vocal training is hum certain notes. So it's all connected for sure. There is a question that I think was very well put together that I want to put out there right now. And it's about in what ways fasting feels sacred or symbolic for us. So that really sat with me, and I had to write out a little bit about it. In what ways does fasting feel sacred or symbolic to me, right? And I really got connected to my dreams during this fast. I dream journaled like never before. And I had about 2 pages on one dream. And it was like, wow. So for me, I definitely felt that sense of connection to something beyond myself, because when I dream, I don't think it's just something about, solely the things that I saw in the day. Also what's coming up for me, right? So in journaling, that was a way that I felt through fasting, that closeness to what they say, well, sacred can mean being closer to the source. Symbolic for me, that with the way dreams can show you a way forward as well.
So what was the question again, please? And that was really insightful. Thank you for that, I-AM-I.
You're welcome. So the question is, in what ways does fasting feel sacred or symbolic for you?
I probably answered that when I said what I was saying a little bit earlier, not knowing this question was coming up. Or I would have saved it, really. But I do think it is any kind of deep discipline. I think any time where you can control your mind, you get to you controlling your mind and controlling your vessel. It feels like, for me, fasting, it's like you kind of detach a bit from your body. So that's kind of the experience that I had with Aurelia, really, was just that the pain was so intense that I feel removed from the physical, if that makes sense. So that's how it kind of feels holy and sacred. That's why I like doing it. And I find that the 24-hour fast, the 1 meal a day, that I've been practicing on and off for probably the last 6 to 8 months, it changes everything. It's everything is experiential. And at some point I would like to pick all of your brains a bit more about your daily spiritual experiences, because I think it's good to know how other people are feeling. But yeah, you're different when you eat 1 meal a day. It's just the facts. So yeah, that's my answer.
Can I just say that? Well, let me just say my bit. I feel like when I fast, like I feel like fasting is like my go-to for like elevation, right? Like whenever I know that when I complete a fast or when I like do a fasting, I know that the clarity and all of that comes during and sometimes after. But for me, I'm always stronger or better in some way, shape, or form. Like I always have a little bit more, like I feel stronger in my discipline in some areas. So like when I'm like really, sorry, I'm walking. When I'm really like in an unhealthy place or like I did too much eating, like unhealthy, or my thoughts are starting to get real negative again, like, and I know it's time for a fast. Like I know it's time for a fast because I know after that fast, like it's like a reset. It's like a reset, but even if it's like a 0.2 level more, it's always more. So like that's what fasting does for me. And on top of that, sidebar, when I be fasting, I be feeling stronger than everybody else because I be feeling like, look at you eating that Snickers. So that's how I be for real.
I think what everybody is getting to, and the first thing that I would think of when thinking of fasting and how it heightens, it's a highlighter, right? It highlights whatever you want to work on, but it also highlights the internal strength that you have that you may not realize that you have. Like I just want to point out that even though certain things have happened within this fast, certain other things have been highlighted. Like for Tone, like there may have been a thing with food, but in the process of that, there was a lot of letting go of that self-deprecation and that beating up and more of a trust in yourself. As far as Carolina is concerned, like the same sort of thing, but also realizing that, even though you may have felt one way about certain things in your delivery was appropriate. And it was strength, and it was dignity, and it was dignified, and it was an example of leadership. In my case, like being like so daggone stubborn to want to participate, but knowing, certain limitations, but still being willing to show up and shine that light and be of encouragement for I-AM-I, being that awesome masculine energy that we always need, and that logic and that balance, and Irijah, of course, being the Zen master that she is. Like I think all of these energies just prove how much fasting is a highlighter, no matter how you do it, no matter what happens within it. If you take the time to put in the effort to, at the very least, try, you will get something from it. And I think that's the biggest message that everybody's trying to get across here in their own unique ways. Like it is a highlighter. For me, it's definitely an enhancer. I am and have learned that I'm very spiritually gifted, so that's like times 10, especially with it being a full moon and everything. It's the magic is real, but pay attention to the shadow work, I'll say, also, because there, in addition to the magic and the greatness and the amazingness of the experience, there's also things that spirit shows you that you may want to pay more attention to and work on. Don't ignore that, or it'll show up again.
Can I add to that? Because as per usual, Adriana, you got my brain going. Just that, I do think the spiritual journey as well, what I know I've had fear of, not anywhere near recently, but way back when, and that I've heard in different places, spirituality, true spirituality, kind of, that godliness isn't scary. It's not intimidating. Nothing's going to come for you in the night. And I think that's a barrier for some people, is that they think that if I do this, what's going to happen? Something, am I going to open up demons? You're going to open up demons if you're scared of demons, and if you believe in demons, and if you sit around thinking about demons, and you watch things on demons and read books on demons. And that's often what happens, is that there's a focus on it, and then it's presenting in their life, and they're attributing it to something else. And the other thing that I feel very driven to say right now, I'm being pushed to say spiritually, is Irijah said it a lot, that we are not the body, we are the soul. And when I first started going through the skin condition I had before this, which is like the final boss, it'll be totally clear in a moment. But when that started like 10 years ago, that's the message that God kept sending me, is you are not your body, you are not your body, you are not your body. And I'm detaching you from your body to make you really look at yourself, because that don't mean nothing. All that matters is who you are inside, how you treat people, your authenticity, all of that. You are not your body. And then I watched something today, this quantum scientist, and that was his message, is we are not our bodies. But it matter doesn't, consciousness precedes matter. You can't get consciousness. Matter doesn't produce consciousness. Consciousness produces matter, which means we are our soul first. We are not our bodies first. So again, that's what I think fasting, the beauty of fasting is that it brings you back to that. We are not our bodies. We are our souls. And the more we can master our soul and master our mind, the more we control the avatar. We can control how we look. We can control our own health. But that takes deep mind mastery. But everybody is absolutely capable of it.
Yeah, agree. Everyone is capable of it. You all have demonstrated it in each of your unique ways. And you know, as my mentors have said to me, you know, you are the soul, you are not the body, right? It's like our bodies, though, is a vessel for our soul. So sometimes we get holes in our chakras, we get, you know, they get congested, they get depleted. And that's what we have to do, this work. We have to be still. We have to fill ourselves with these colors. We have to fill ourselves with these sounds. We have to feel these vibrations. We have to be still to heal ourselves. So it's like we have to be putting the right things in our mouth. Sometimes we have to abstain and put nothing into our mouths, right? That's what you all have started this practice in doing, eliminating certain things. So to refuel and re-energize and rejuvenate your vessel so that your soul, you said it from the outside looking in, you can see that those things that have been released, you know, even in this secular moon phase, we release things. So all of these things is like bringing back into alignment, bringing you back into your divine self, right? Because that's when you're most clear. That's when you have the information coming at you, when you have the most access. And so we all can have the access. How? Through fasting, through stillness, through meditation, through information, right? And you listen to whether it's YouTube videos or you have your own meditation practices. That is the work. Be still, check in with your body, because be still to check in with your soul, right? So that you can tell your soul, hey, my body's feeling this way, right? So I'll stop there because, yeah, I can definitely get me going, but I'm so appreciative, you know, the energy that y'all have created to allow me to come in this space and share the way I have, you know, even though my internet has been a little tricky, I'm super, super grateful. So thank you.
Thank you. And thank you all for holding space for us in this solidarity movement. In closing, I just want to check in again with everybody. How are we feeling at the end of this Fast for 48 session that we're having together?
Still sunshine, baby. Still sunshine. Ready to go on and knock out the rest of that, what I need to do to refresh for this new month. Sunshine, bro.
It's niceness.
Yeah, gratitude, a lot of gratitude. Grateful for everybody. I feel really relaxed, like supremely relaxed, which is just always evidence of the work, what Irijah does, what Tone does in getting our bodies moving. I'm Manuel as well. You share that you and Irijah are clearly siblings, because you both got these like voices that will lull you to sleep. It's so beautiful. And Adriana's wisdom and really beautiful supportive words towards us all. just feel nice, mate. I'm going to kick back and chill tonight. So thank you, everybody.
Feeling good also. A little annoyed that I have to go back out here, but that's right. I'm about to handle that permanently. But that's not feeling. I'm feeling still sunny. Still going sunny. Nice breeze.
Sunny with the cool breeze. Hey, I love it. I love it. Yeah, I'm feeling super relaxed as well. And just at ease. At ease for sure.
So I know we're about to close it. So just before we do, again, just a big thank you to Irijah. I've kind of said it about 1 million times, but thank you for joining us and being a guest today. And when you're ready to close, when you've closed out, Emmanuel, let me know and I will end the recording if you haven't done it already.
Yeah, so I'd just like to thank everybody for being on with us today and sharing your experiences in this time that we've shared. And going forward, what we'll build will be stronger because we have practiced something that is deeper than what is normally done. In the group setting, we were able to come together and really have a soul to soul at points, and that's something that I'm going to take from this going forward and really just be very aware of. So thank you all. This is Fast for 48, the Well-Beings Podcast.
Peace, love, and light, y'all, with the deal. It is check-in time for day 2, the morning check-in. It is 11:19 a.m., a little bit later. For obvious reasons, because I was up later. Later meaning, in truth, I was up till like 4 o'clock this morning, bro. Distracting myself from this headache, to be completely honest. It subsided late into the night at like 1 in the morning, but then I was getting inspired, about what I was seeing and all of these things. Because truthfully, it was like one of those tension headaches where you can't really move your head. Now, to explain the headache, this is something that I brought on myself. This is not the norm of a fast. I brought it on myself because there is a process that's a little bit wiser. I'm gonna be real. When going through the process of, taking yourself off of certain things prior to a fast. And one of those things is caffeine. So if you are a caffeinated tea, coffee drinker, or whatever caffeinated beverage, the wiser way to get into this thing, if you want to fast, is to gradually wean yourself off of the caffeine about a week before. Like, have one less cup until like a few days before you're down to maybe one, if that, to give your body time to adjust. And me, I was acting spontaneously. In truth, I wasn't sure whether I was going to do my fast for the group before or after the fast itself, because I can't participate in the fast when it's actually happening because of my luteal phase and lady bits and things, and I'll get into that discussion with the group. But yeah, it's basically about being healthy, y'all, and taking all of the proper precautions. Keyword, fun fact, taking all of the proper precautions, but I didn't take that one weaning precaution. So, but this too shall pass, right? And it has. And now I feel very euphoric, very light, very productive, and ready to, in my opinion, make up for the time yesterday that I was vegging out, because I was very much so just vegging out, and get to some creating, some journaling, some introspection. Because also, fun fact, when you do fast, if you focus, if you meditate, if you are in that ilk, you will also have some very vivid dreams. So I am about to get into those as well. But anyway, that is check-in number 1 for today. I feel great. I feel like I'm victorious over something that was designed to take me down. And today is a new day full of blessings, lessons, and magic. And I am currently, as y'all saw before, sipping on my tea. It is peppermint, ginger, cinnamon, and aniseeds for right now. The benefits we've already discussed. But y'all have an amazing day, and I'm going to do the same and tap in. Peace, love, and light.
A few moments later.
Peace, love, and light, y'all. What's going on? It is 10:39, which I guess is appropriate since the first check-in was a little later as well. But day 2 of the 48 hours was a lot more peaceful, a lot more zenned out. Definitely got in some more vegging, to be honest, and also some meditation. Tapped into a very insightful meeting, which I actually just left. But that's really how, in my personal opinion, how fasts can be super beneficial to you. If you take that time to recognize when your mind may just need a break, or when you may just need to choose to be introspective and tap into yourself and see what yourself needs. And in all of those ways are how a fast can beautifully open your mind and your spirit. As far as anything wonky, I mean, usually the first 3 days of a fast, just fun fact, are what most people will call the most difficult, because your body is literally purging and on its way to autophagy, which is when it starts to rebuild cells and all that fun stuff. After the 72-hour mark, by the way, is when that starts to happen. But prior to that, it's a lot of purging, it's a lot of fatigue, and then after that is when the euphoria really builds and it's like a crescendo. I'm speaking from the experience of having fasted previously for 2 weeks, doing a water fast last year, and the profoundness of that. But in this instance, again, I have to be safe. That I learned a lot of lessons from that 2-week fast, which is why I'm being safe with this one. But being a part of the team dynamic and knocking this thing out. So it was an awesome 48 hours. I feel great. I feel definitely a lot more clear and ready to get back into my creative and independent bag. So highly recommend 48-hour fast or longer. Once you've conditioned yourself, start off slow. Don't feel like you need to be Jesus and go 40 days and 40 nights to start with, because one step in the right direction is a great step. Appreciate your time. Peace, love, and light.